Hey, what's up, you guys? This is DarthZadyBun for ZHM Entertainment here at Cosmic Comics, having a look at this amazing piece by Kotobukiya. Now, before I go on, a quick shout out to Shane and Karen. Thanks, you guys, for letting me pop out here to have a look at some of the awesome stuff you have in store. Now, as I was saying, we are having a look at the Kotobukiya ArtFX Black Panther statue. This is a fairly recent release by Kotobukiya, and I would have to say it is kick-ass indeed. So first impressions, loving the overall look. I think let's take it by the numbers though. As is always the case with these reviews, we will consider the aesthetics and the age factor. So let's get into it. Now, when we talk aesthetics to the overall visual appeal of a piece, in other words, what is this piece going to do for your display? So let's see. Now, as you can see, we have this very imposing looking Black Panther. He's poised on these rocks, where it looks like some sort of rubble, and he's ready for action. The base looks amazing, very, very nicely sculpted and detailed. Beautiful stuff indeed. As you come slightly higher, you can see the Black Panther poised and ready for action. As I said, this is a dramatic pose as compared to a more dynamic pose. I should mention that the statue has magnets in the feet for stability. Now, the statue has some assembly. You can see there are some seam lines there. That's a bit of a bummer. I wish that they had hidden it slightly better, but nothing's perfect, I guess. But yeah, no, they plug in fairly easy. I'm just trying to get this out on camera. Let me just show you very quickly. So yeah, so these arms pop out like so, and as you can see, there are the plugs over there, and that just goes back in, and no mess, no fuss, no drama. This is slightly different for an ArtFX piece. It's normally the ArtFX Plus statues that require this kind of assembly, but nonetheless, so just getting okay, I was trying to say it's easy to do it, but it's a little difficult on camera, so let's just sort that out very quickly. And there we go. Okay, so I gave up. Anyway, as you can see, like I was saying, a very, very nice piece. You can't really make out on the camera, but there are a lot of texture details all throughout the suit. So if you remember the movie, you'll remember that his costume is very, very textured, very, very detailed. A lot of that is translated here onto the statue. Of course, being a black on black piece, you can't really see a whole lot of shading or highlights, but as you can see, with the right lighting, you do get some nice highlights coming through. I think that's the biggest challenge with a character like this. I mean, as far as the design choice goes, they could have done it slightly differently. As you know, in the movie we saw that his suit stores, I think it was kinetic energy, and it becomes purple. So they could have added some purple detail here, but I do think that some garish purple would have taken away some of the, I don't know, I'm gonna call it the gravitas of the figure. Like now this looks like regal and noble. I mean, it looks badass, and I'm quite happy with that. So some people might feel that, okay, they could have done more. It's just a black statue with some silver detailing and whatever, but I'm actually quite happy with how it turned out. I like that they decided to avoid that. Just to talk about some of the other sculpted details very, very quickly. As you can see, the claws are sculpted on. I mean, the belt is sculpted on. It's got the necklace as well. All of those are very, very deftly sculpted, and you can see even some of the musculature there. While it's not overly done, it is very, very nicely sculpted, and it looks very, very realistic. So I'm very happy with that overall. So I would say that aesthetically, the statue is definitely on point. Which of course brings us to the age factor. Now, the age factor is a generic standard that we use to assess the degree to which a piece makes one go ish with excitement or ish with disappointment. So let's have a look. Now, this is normally a multi-tiered approach. So the first thing I'd like to consider is, of course, the price point. Now, I've previously argued that when it comes to pricing on action figures and collectibles generally, you're not really going to get anything worthwhile that's cheap anymore. So while this piece is not what you'd consider a cheap piece, it is relatively well priced and is available on a payment plan from Cosmic Comics. So be sure to hit them up for that. Overall, when it comes to the statue itself, though, I would like to say that it is a very good looking statue. It doesn't have any features that really make it pop out. Not much to complain about, except possibly that the seam lines. That's really something that they could have done slightly better, but that too not a major chain smash, all things being equal. Overall, I would have to say it is a decent display piece. It looks pretty good. I would imagine that it would look very, very nice alongside other pieces from this same line. The base is a very character specific base, so it's a nice touch, but at the same time, that might prove problematic if you try to put this piece in a display with other characters from the franchise that have slightly different bases, that don't have that jungle theme base. But, that for me, I'm a stickler for details like that. Overall, the statue itself, though, it elicits a ish, and I would suggest you go out and grab it. Until then, though, thanks for watching, and you can reach out to my friends at Cosmic Comics if you'd like to get one of these. And yeah, thanks for watching. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, follow, do all of that stuff, and I will chat to you guys soon. Ciao.